I like it when the stars say money.
Yes, thank God the money faucet is back on. Jupiter is the great benefic.
Okay.
And it spends about a year in a sign. And wherever it is, it expands whatever sector of your life it's in. And I always look at it as the money faucet. Well, the money faucet turned off 4 months ago. And it literally turns back on this week. So wherever you've been dealing with any kind of financial thing, it starts to get better, which I think is great. And depending on where it is in your chart says where you can start to expand things. So for Cancer, the sign that we're in, Jupiter's in the 5th house of children, love affairs, sports, amusements, pleasures, anything that's fun, anything that's entertaining, anything that's creative. Your creativity is ramped up. And again, I got to say, children are part of that process. They're a byproduct of love and creativity. So, and I think it's also good for the United States because the United States is a Cancer.
Yes.
It's good when the money faucet turns back on. For Leos, it's in their 4th house of home. And this means they're probably going to be spending money on doing things around their home, so refurbishing, remodeling. Any of the things that they are going to do at home is designed to increase the value of the home and make it more valuable to you. And also to find some sort of peace at home, which has kind of been elusive for the last 4 months or so for Leos everywhere.
Okay.
For Virgos, it's in their 3rd house of day-to-day living, and the pace of their day-to-day living is about to pick up to where they've had it pretty easy. They've been kind of lazing around, and now they'll have more things to do during the day, so they'll have to be more careful with the way they budget their time, and they can't just squander their time thinking, oh, I've got plenty of it, because their day-to-day living is about to get a little bit more regimented. It's good, but it's going to be more regimented. For Libras, it's about the money. It's about making more money. It's about through the fruits of your own labor. This is not money falling out of the sky on you. This is where you could take your own effort and end up with more money at the end of that effort rather than something esoteric. It's a hardcore, I need more money, good time to ask for a raise, good time to get a raise, good time for money for Libra in general. For Scorpios, Jupiter is in their sign, and it's been going backwards for 4 months, and they've kind of had fits and starts and foundering, and now that that's over and done with, and they're really clear on who and what they are and what they want, and they realize what they can attain and what they can't attain, and they're going to focus their attentions on the things that are really attainable rather than that pie-in-the-sky kind of thing that they were hoping for. For Sagittarians, it's a good time just to take a vacation. It's a good time to take a step back. It's a good time to not really try and put yourself out there. It's a good time to finish up stuff you've already got going on, you already put into motion, and not try and take on any kind of new things because that energy really won't be available for them until probably the November time span. For Capricorns, this is their 11th house of hopes, wishes, goals, and objectives. And it's a good time for Capricorns to reach for the brass ring, to go ahead and take a shot at going for what it is they say they really want. And they're going to have their well-placed friends help them out, which is, I like friends to do that.
Oh, yes.
For Aquarians, and I think it's interesting that our new Supreme Court nominee is an Aquarian. Jupiter is in their 10th house of career and public standing. And so, although I think that there's going to be a fight because Mars is in Aquarius, I think at the end of the day, he's going to be our next Supreme Court justice. And I personally am not unhappy with an Aquarian being our arbitrator of what's constitutional and what isn't. So it's a good time professionally.
Good.
For them. For Pisces, it's in their 9th house of law. Legal matters, educational matters, important matters at a distance, long-distance travel. All of that goes very, very favorably for the Pisces. And I imagine there are a lot of little Pisces kids that have been waiting on what college am I going to go to? Well, they'll find that answer out starting this week as well, too. So that's good. And it's very positive news for Pisces everywhere about legal matters. For Aries, it's in the 8th house of other people's resources. And what the Aries is trying to do, and I think that's so funny, is to capitalize on an existing resource, to maximize an existing resource rather than looking for a new one to go manipulate. It's better to take the resources that you have and maximize them to the best of your ability. For Tauruses, this is in their 7th house of open enemies and partnerships, and Tauruses are really going to partner up. They're going to be united with their partner against all comers, that kind of a thing. And I imagine Pat's going to have you align against her children. In other words, that the Taurus is going to take a chance to put their own needs at the top of the list, and they and their partner's needs are what are going to be the priority for them. And then for Gemini, the last sign, this is in their 6th house of work, health, and responsibility. And for Geminis, it's a good time to get back to the business of just doing your job to the very best of your ability. There have been a lot of distractions over the last 4 months. And now it's time. You've winnowed out the stuff that's not going to work. And whatever you're left with is really something that you can build quite a legacy on, and you can really expand. And this is not something dramatic. This is more hard work pays off. You just do your job to the best of your ability, and you'll get the result that you wanted. But the distractions that have been plaguing Geminis everywhere, like our president, ease over the next couple of weeks or so. So tomorrow's news today for the 12 signs of the zodiac with the money faucet being turned back on.
I like the sound of that.
Me too.
Good news. We'll see you next week.
Always a pleasure.